just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got...
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you. Check. Push. Crunch. 80 weapon.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, Wentz. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, easy.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check. You're good.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Breeze now.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Complete to Bryant. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really feeling
the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jordan Jenkins able to get him for a loss of about 3.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A run for Nick Chubb. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50, check 50.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's got his tight end fan. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Come on, pick the edge. Come. Under 10, 10. Hey, easy.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, he's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 31, Breeze. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
As a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. It's caught. Smith. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Let's go. Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wentz now to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Go, go, go.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wentz now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
At about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that game out, but a running game can really benefit your team.
Pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Gives to Kamara. Down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver.